Hey guys, welcome to Motivation Monday. It's Jason Michaels here, and this week I have two new questions from somebody who submitted them. Anyway, we'll just get straight to it. Here are the two questions. Number one, how can I keep from falling under the labels people put on me? And then the second question is, how can I keep a positive attitude? Okay, about labels and about the things that people say about you. I have some big time opinions about this. I'm going to try not to get too massively passionate about it and try to stay a little bit just down the middle of the road here. But here's what I want you to realize. Please understand that you are not what other people say about you. Okay? If somebody else says that this is who you are, you do not have to accept that definition. And in fact, I would probably say that in most cases, you probably don't want to accept that definition. You know, we live in a current society right now where businesses and people and everybody is really worried about what people say about them. You know, what type of a review was left about our business, or what did people say this, that, and the other. We have all these different websites and different apps where it's all about the reviews, whether it's a Yelp or a TripAdvisor or a whatever. Everybody's worried about the reviews. Have you ever noticed that most of the people, there are plenty of people that post positive reviews, but there's a saying that says the squeaky wheel is the one that gets the grease. And basically that means the person who makes the most noise is the one who gets the most attention. And most of the people that make the most noise are the ones who have not had a good experience. But that's not the majority of the case. Most of the time, you know, as far as you, I'm sure most people have a great experience with you, and then one person who happens to say something bad about you or hit you with some sort of a label, those are the ones that we focus on. As a performer, trust me, I do. If somebody says something bad about my show, or they don't like my book, or they are not a fan of my message and my speech, that's the type of thing that'll drive me crazy. But here's the thing that I learned a long time ago. Don't pay attention to the critics. If the critics haven't done it, if they're not in your shoes, if they're not actively walking your life, they don't understand. And to be completely honest with you, most critics are completely ignorant about what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're saying. If somebody is criticizing some food, but they don't have a clue as to how to cook or what ingredients go together, all they know is what they like, are they really qualified to give an opinion? Well, I mean, maybe as a consumer, but not as an expert, not as somebody whose opinion actually means anything. So do your best not to pay attention to the critics. I told you I was going to get fired up about this because this really drives me crazy. Understand this, and I'll say it again. You are not what other people say about you. You have the opportunity to define yourself. And don't let other people define you. That gives other people way too much power over you. Now, the second question, how can I keep a positive attitude? Well, first would be stop listening to the critics because they don't deserve that much of your attention. And second off, make the decision to be positive. You know, in everything that we encounter every single day, we can look at the negative, or we can look at the positive of it. You know, if you get stuck in a traffic jam, it's so easy to get frustrated and upset, especially if you're running late somewhere and you just start losing your mind. But what about the positive aspects? And what I try to do, and I'm not always good at it, but what I try to do is take a deep breath sometimes and just realize that it could be so much worse, and that sometimes the bad things that are happening aren't really bad at all. So make a decision to be positive. And the other thing I'll mention is limit your interactions with negative people. If you are around people who don't believe in you, who are negative, limit your interactions with them, because those people will sort of imprint themselves on your psyche. So anyway, it's all about belief, as I talk about in my program, Live Big, Belief, Imagination, and Go Forth. It's all about belief in who you are, what you're doing. It's about your mindset and the decisions to be positive. And I know that I hope that my answers will sort of shed some light on that for you. Anyway, feel free to visit my website, jasonmichaelsmagic.com, and bounce me a question or two questions. I'll be happy to answer those questions on the next Motivation Monday. If you'd like to get the first 5 chapters of my book, You Can Do the Impossible Too, which is an inspirational, feel-good read about my overcoming Tourette syndrome to live the life of basically my dreams, you can get the first 5 chapters, 80 pages, on my website, jasonmichaelsmagic.com. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on the button that says, yes, I want Jason's book, and you can get the first 80 pages absolutely free. The book has 20 5-star reviews on Amazon, and I would love for you